I still remember the day I stepped into the Muse Hotel Boracay, my heart racing with excitement, my soul yearning for a luxurious retreat. But, alas, my dreams were shattered, one by one, like delicate glass vases on a marble floor. As I entered the lobby, I was greeted by a faint stench, like someone had poured a bottle of cheap perfume into the air. It was as if they didn't believe in the magic of aromatherapy, or maybe they just didn't care. The air was heavy with the smell of stale smoke and mildew, making my eyes water. I felt like I was suffocating under a thick blanket of neglect. The staff seemed friendly, but it was a facade, a thin veil of deceit. They were like actors, rehearsing their lines, pretending to care. The manager, Jennifer, was particularly impressive, her syrupy sweet tone dripping with insincerity. She promised us the world, but delivered a mere fraction of it. I felt like a pawn in her game of hospitality, a mere afterthought. My room was a disaster, a catastrophe waiting to happen. The bed creaked and groaned under my weight, like an old, arthritic joint. The sheets were stained, the pillows flat and lifeless. It was as if they had forgotten the concept of comfort, of relaxation. I felt like I was sleeping on a bed of nails, my body tense, my mind racing. And don't even get me started on the bathroom. The sink was clogged, the toilet paper like sandpaper on my skin. The shower was a medieval torture device, the water temperature fluctuating wildly, like a mood swing. I felt like I was trapped in a bad dream, desperate to wake up. But, the real tragedy was the massage and spa. Oh, the horror. They had the audacity to call it a Swedish massage, but it was more like a rough, unskilled probing. The masseuse left the door wide open, like a guilty secret, while I lay there, exposed and vulnerable. It was as if they didn't care about my privacy, my dignity. And then, there was the food. Oh, the food. It was like they had taken all the leftover ingredients from the past week and thrown them into a pot, like a bad soup. The taste was like a punch to the gut, a brutal assault on my taste buds. I felt like I was eating at a bad cafeteria, not a luxury hotel. As I navigated the hotel's labyrinthine corridors, I encountered a Chinese restaurant, reeking of stale seafood and desperation. The smell wafted through the hallways, like a bad omen, making my stomach turn. It was as if they were trying to poison me, to rid themselves of the burden of my presence. The staff, oh the staff, they were like robots, programmed to disappoint. They would promise the world, but deliver nothing. They would smile, but it was a cold, calculating smile, devoid of warmth or empathy. I felt like I was trapped in a bad sci-fi movie, where the robots had taken over. And, to top it all off, the hotel's policy was like a bad joke, a cruel, heartless prank. Why would cancel bookings, without warning, without apology. They would leave you stranded, like a shipwrecked sailor, without a lifeboat. I felt like I was at the mercy of a capricious god, who cared little for my well-being. As I left the Muse Hotel Boracay, I felt like I was escaping a nightmare, a bad dream that refused to end. I was scarred, emotionally bruised, like a fragile vase that had been dropped on a hard floor. I felt like I had lost a piece of myself, a piece of my innocence. And, as I look back, I realize that the Muse Hotel Boracay is a symbol of everything that's wrong with the world. It's a monument to greed, to neglect, to the utter disregard for human dignity. It's a reminder that, sometimes, the worst monsters are the ones who wear human masks. So, dear friends, I ask you, have you ever experienced the horror of the Muse Hotel Boracay? Have you ever felt like you were trapped in a never-ending nightmare, like you were drowning in a sea of disappointment? Share your stories, share your pain, and together, let's expose the truth about this monstrosity. What do you think, dear friends? Have you ever encountered a hotel like the Muse Hotel Boracay? Share your thoughts, share your experiences, and let's create a movement, a revolution against bad hospitality.
The dark side of businesses near the Muse Hotel Boracay. The businesses near the Muse Hotel Boracay are a masterclass in disappointment. If you're expecting paradise, think again. What you'll find instead are overpriced mediocrity, broken promises, and service so bad it feels like a personal insult. Let's start with DMall Boracay, a place that should be bustling with life but instead feels like a tourist trap designed to drain your patience and wallet. The entire area is swarming with aggressive fixers trying to sell you activities you never asked for. Imagine trying to enjoy a meal while strangers hound you like vultures. The food? Bland, forgettable, and somehow still overpriced. The ATMs? Broken. The bathrooms? Filthy, with the audacity to charge you 20 pesos for the privilege of using them. And if you dare ask for help, prepare for public humiliation. One guest had their discreet question shouted across the counter like a bad joke. Then there's Tirta Spa Boracay, where relaxation goes to die. The reviews paint a picture of a place that's all style, no substance. Beautiful setting, sure, like a temple straight out of Cambodia, but the massages? A complete scam. Guests paid thousands for signature treatments only to get a rushed, half-hearted rub-down that barely lasted half the promised time. Some were even misled into thinking they'd get a proper massage, only to find out the spa wasn't even offering them. The only thing more painful than the experience was the bill. Hungry? Too bad. Known as Boracays, where good food goes to be murdered. The plates look like they belong on Instagram, but the taste? Like cardboard with a side of regret. Dry ribs, salty sauces, bland carne, even the kids refuse to eat it. And if you think paying premium prices means better service, think again. One guest got 2 sheets of tissue for a table of 4. Another had their stomach aching after a meal, suggesting the kitchen's hygiene standards are as questionable as the flavors. If you're desperate for coffee, avoid Cafe Maruja unless you enjoy waiting an hour for a tasteless meal. The staff here operate in slow motion, forgetting orders, ignoring customers, and serving up dishes so bad they ruin your entire day. One couple missed their last Boracay sunset because their food took 70 minutes to arrive, with 0 apologies. Another guest asked for the air conditioning to be turned on and was flat out refused. The only thing colder than the service was the coffee. Then there's Epic Boracay, a restaurant that lives up to its name, but not in a good way. The steaks are tiny, overpriced, and taste like they were cooked by someone who's never seen a cow. The shrimp? More like sad, deflated imitations of seafood. And if you think complaining will help, think again. The staff's only response is, "This is how we serve our food." Translation: we don't care. Even the hotels nearby are a gamble. Hue Hotels and Resorts Boracay charges premium prices but delivers budget motel energy. Cold showers, dirty sheets, broken elevators, and the bar staff act like they're doing you a favor by serving you. One guest was charged an extra 500 pesos after checking out for a drink they never ordered. Another found sand in their bed on arrival. If this is luxury, poverty must be a 5-star experience. The pattern here is clear. Businesses near the Muse Hotel Boracay see tourists as walking ATMs, not guests. The service is indifferent, the prices are unjustified, and the quality is a coin flip at best. So what's a traveler to do? Research. Read reviews, real ones, not the suspiciously glowing ones. Set your expectations low. And maybe, just maybe, venture further out. Because the real paradise isn't in these overpriced, underwhelming establishments, it's in the places that still remember what hospitality means. Or, just order room service. At least then, the disappointment is on your own terms. Okay, so I was, looking into things happening around the Muse Hotel Boracay. Just because. And it's not great. It's depressing, honestly. Businesses near the Muse, a lot of them, they're opportunistic, let's say. They see tourists coming off the beach, wanting souvenirs, and they just, inflate the prices. It's so frustrating, These souvenir shops, especially near Station 2, where the Muse is, they'll tell you a keychain is, triple what it should be. A keychain. And they'll act like it's a fixed price for foreigners. Can you believe it? It's so obvious, it's insulting. This one vlogger caught it on camera, and I bet that shop owner just shrugged it off. They probably thought, oh, another tourist, they won't come back. The vlogger probably felt so stupid afterwards, right? And the shop? They're probably still doing it, making a little extra money off someone else's vacation. It's just sad. Then there's this other thing, called buddle. Businesses near the Muse, they try to trick you with deals. They act all friendly, pretend to have a special offer on something, but it's all fake. They want you to hand over a lot of money for something cheap or even nothing at all. Sometimes, while you're distracted, someone else will try and pickpocket you. It's a team effort, basically. I think the tourists who fall for that are probably so embarrassed, they just leave and don't report it. And the scammers? They just move on to the next group of people near the Muse Hotel Boracay. And honestly, the worst is the tour booking kiosks around Station 2. You pay for a boat trip, or diving, and it doesn't exist. You go to where they told you, and there's nothing there. No boat, no instructor, just gone. A total waste of money. People are probably left stranded, missing out on their holiday plans. I bet they tried to get the police involved, but it's so hard to track these people down. These businesses pop up and disappear so quickly. It's like they know exactly how to take advantage of people who just want a nice time near the Muse Hotel Boracay. You know? It feels hopeless.